see if you have some ideas for the pitching. You okay, Adnan? Do you have a question?
No question, madam. No question. I just go in.
Okay, because just now you raised your hand, so I thought that was okay. But all right, now we're looking at the pitching. Can you think of some ideas of what to pitch? Yeah, please, Siti. Would you like to share your screen or what's going on? Oops. Okay, I'll just copy that and put that on the little pemikir untuk community autism. This is for the pitch, yeah, Siti? Are you able to switch on your mic?
Yes, miss.
Okay, so is this for the pitch? Okay, what are you pitching?
Saya try
Hmm.
So, okay. I want to pitch about one of center for community for that help community autism lah. So the slogan is pemikir untuk community autism.
Okay, so you are pitching a center.
Yes.
Alright, so basically, if we have the 4P, right? P, 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 P. So first is the promise. Okay, what's the promise?
The promise is want to give the best and the best therapy for children with autism and speech and delay development.
Apa nama? To give the best what? Sorry?
The best therapy.
Okay, best therapy for children with autism.
Children with autism.
Okay, that's the promise. Okay. The problem?
The problem is okay. The problem is maybe
It's actually the picture kan? picture proof, and this one is the pitch. Okay, right. So if you are promising the best therapy for children with autism, so the picture or the problem there must be an issue with children with autism that will lead to them needing therapy. What's that problem?
Problem is delay development, such as
Cognitive development.
bukan delay development.
Developmental delay. Okay, developmental delay. Okay, now who are you lupa pula? Who's the audience? Who are you talking to? Who are you pitching to?
To parents.
Tak boleh parents. Okay, sebab kalau pitching, it's basically you asking for money. You're asking for money from somebody, either in terms of you selling your product or you are asking for investment. Okay, macam right now, if you are talking for, it sounds like you're asking for a therapy center.
Terapis. Nak buat untuk terapi center.
Ya ke? Soalan. Okay, if you are asking for a therapy center for children with autism, who will have the money for that? Who can you ask for a therapy center?
Sekarang ni saya nak buat untuk terapi center, so I kena cari investor lah macam tu.
Ya.
Okay.
Ya. Ni bukan nak cakap dekat ibu bapa, hantarlah anak ke therapy center kami. Bukan, itu PS. Untuk pitching ni nak ada therapy center dulu.
So to investor, nak kena specific investor juga ke ataupun untuk investor saja boleh?
Specific, because like I said, different investors will care about different things. So in terms of the picture and the proof later, it has to match with that audience. Who are you talking to? Contoh kat sini can be Minister of nama Inggeris dia tak ingat lah, Kementerian ada kan? Kebajikan dan Pembangunan Wanita. Okay, contohlah I just write the Malay one. Kementerian Kebajikan dan Pembangunan Wanita. Okay, you all find the English one. Okay, contoh. So, if you are pitching to the minister, then you have to find an angle where, this is a part of kebajikan lah. Social welfare for this group. Which group? This group in need, children with autism. Okay, contoh. Ataupun katalah another, so maybe you are pitching to a millionaire who has a child with autism. Okay. Right? Contoh. So, if it's for the millionaire, this person will not be thinking about kebajikan rakyat ke apa ke. You want to focus on how this center will be able to provide the best service for their child. Nampak tak? The angle will be different. Okay, so for the minister contohnya, they might be interested in a center that will be able to serve more people. But if you are talking to a millionaire, and who might send their own child to the center, then you might want to focus on how this center will be exclusive. We will have one student per teacher. Contohnya, ataupun one student for each therapist to work with. So, your child will get the best service at our center. Nampak tak? Can you see the difference there?
Nampak.
I hope the other friends are also seeing what I'm trying to show you guys here. Okay? Alright. So, you will need to choose who is your audience. Okay? Sometimes it's not even a millionaire with a child with autism. Maybe it's just some random investor. So you have to, okay, contohnya katalah if it's a random investor, then maybe the angle that they want is the tax exemption. Boleh jadi. Okay, so if it's this one, the problem that you want to highlight kat sini is not about the developmental delay, but it's about how much money do you spend each year to pay taxes. So itu isu yang dibuatkan sebagai isu, tahu tak? Right? So and then dia cakap instead of paying taxes and not knowing how that money is being spent, why don't you invest in our exclusive, contohlah our exclusive or our inclusive therapy center for children with autism. Okay, by doing so, you will not only save RM, katalah 600,000 in taxes. Contoh ini kena cari number yang betul-betul lah. But you will also earn the joy of helping people in need. Okay? Nampak tak? Boleh tak?
Boleh, Miss.
Okay? And here, when you get to the proof, yang ni yang you nak cerita contohnya. Ini, okay. Sekarang ni, we are working with this one tau. Working with the random investor. So, dia macam like pasal mostly dia tak kisah pun. Budak tak autism is talking about money. Okay? So, when you get to the proof, then you maybe contohnya show comparison with an established center in the UK ke whatever lah, in another country. Okay, and then you can show the financial statement of that center. That center to prove how much money is being saved. for the benefactor company. So satu, and then you can show them success rates of the students. So this is another profit. Right? So profit satu is in terms of the how much money is being saved. Right? So that's the first profit. And then the success rates of the students. And then you can talk about contohnya the what is it called? The good reputation. Of the benefactor company. So like not only do they save money, but they also get, this one is marketing lah. Marketing profits. Okay. Nampak tak?
Nampak, Miss.
Okay. Alright. I'm glad that you can see. What about other friends? Are you guys okay? Nazira ke? Akbar? Siapa lagi yang ada ni? Hilmi? Afnan?
Okay, Miss.
Balki?
Okay, Miss. Okay.
Okay, jangan okay saja. Betul-betul faham
Okay,
ke
Miss.
ataupun lost?
Medium types of understand lah, Miss.
Medium? Okay. Dia macam ni je. As I was trying to show, nanti cuba I highlightkan okay. Bukan best therapy kat sini. Kita ambil as a therapy center lah. Okay. So ini contoh. Okay. So if you are talking to the Minister of Welfare, then you want to discuss macam how that is a problem. Okay, alah, nyampah dia ni. How that is a problem for the society. Okay, how it's a problem for the society. Contohnya, you can talk about how like when the children go to school, they are not able to participate because they have different needs, right? So you discuss how that is a problem for teachers, developmental delay ataupun teachers in conventional school are not trained to work with children with autism, leading these children to be left behind. Okay, children to be left behind, and then you can say the problem can also be in terms of when these children are left behind, what happens to them. Okay, so you can think about how if they are not able to become functioning members of society, then how much cost does the government have to bear each year to support them? Right? So this one is talking about like the long-term costs. Okay. So the minister akan worry about this thing. Okay. And then in terms of the proof here, the minister, then you can talk about established cases lah. What's the budget right now? What's the spending right now for okay, think about the current budget. How can the therapy center reduce that budget? But this one you have to give specific details. Okay, be really specific. For example, you say it might take about only 400,000 a year to run the center. But if you don't invest in the center, each year you will need to spend how much? What's the current spending? Maybe more than 400,000. Contohnya. Okay, nampak tak? Okay, dia lain-lain function. Okay, adakah korang makin nampak atau korang makin mabuk? Okay, alright, so I'm so glad to hear that. Okay, right? So, really wanna highlight again for the pitching, it has to be a specific item or service that you want to pitch. Okay, so macam yang ni, therapy center. Okay, we have a question on the chat. So, do we create the numbers? No, tadi tu example je. Okay, yang I buat. Yang tadi memang I created the number randomly. Okay, but for your speech, you have to base on research lah. It has to be based on research. So, go and look at, okay, you know, we have access to the governmental budget kan? How much? Okay. The government announce how much budget we have, what's the allocation contohnya, and then you can research in magazines ke, journal articles, how much does it cost to run a therapy center contohnya. Okay, but that's an example lah, therapy center. If you say a success rate, okay, one is basing it on existing things. Okay, so things that have already existed. So we look at that data and we use that data. Okay, that's one. Let's say this is a new thing that you don't have the data for. So we are still not creating the numbers, but we need to go and find something that is quite similar and say, okay, so we can see for X, this is the numbers. So our product is X plus X1. So the numbers is logically will be similar to that. Sort of, okay? So it's not any random thing. You have to really kind of prove your pitch. Okay, boleh? Okay. So last kali you want to pitch, which the pitch is Depends lah. Contohnya, if you're talking to the minister, help us build the therapy center. Something like that. Okay. Ataupun you can say, bukan setakat ni, save so if you look macam sini pemikir, maybe that's the name of the center kan. You can mention that as well by building the pemikir therapy center. Boleh, either one lah. Okay, any more issues or questions? Okay, if you are okay, then I just, I would really urge you to kind of put down your title so that we can see if it's logical or if it needs a bit more push, something that's like just now. If we take the example with Mastura's example, instead of looking at the therapy in general, you want to pitch the therapy center, right? So that's an example of something we can help you with. Okay. Okay, Irina, you okay there? All right. Okay. So, for today, yes, Hilmi.
Sorry. Tertekan.
Okay, jangan tertekan sangat. Okay, so for today, we took a look at the two types of persuasive speeches that we cover in this course, okay? Which the first one, we looked at the Monroe motivated sequence today, and Monroe motivated sequence will be used for the persuasive speech. That one is a bit longer. It can be up to 6 to 10 minutes, right? 6 to 8 minutes. I would recommend that 6 to 8 minutes, okay? And we looked at it, and in short, right? In short, it is the attention, the need, satisfaction, visualization, and action. Okay, so as I mentioned, I hope this one is highlighted to you, that you want to think about, okay, what do you want to say, and then think about who do you want to say it to. Okay, that's the main point. Who is your audience, right? Once you work out what you want to say and who your audience is, then you can figure out the need. Okay, after you have figured out the need, everything else can fall into place, right? Can fall into place. If you remember just now, we talked about the stop smoking example, right? So that was the first half of the class today. And then in the second half, we took a look at the persuasive speech. Okay, persuasive speech, it's rather similar. rather similar, but it just focuses a little bit more on kind of like the profit of things. Okay, the profit of things, because pitching traditionally is about selling stuff or selling an idea. That's why it's called idea pitching. Sometimes you might have a specific item already, but sometimes you might also be pitching an idea so that people can invest the money for you to research and develop that idea. Okay, so that's pitching. But pitching uses the 4P. Okay, so you want to think about what is it that you want to do. That's the promise, right? And here you want them to picture the problem, and then you're going to give them the proof that you can solve that problem, and then it's back to the pitch, which is the promise. What's the issue at hand again? Okay, and so today we looked at an example for the pitch using pitching for a therapy center for children with autism. Okay, so you want to make sure that it's something that has a direct profit to the audience. Okay, and the direct profit can be anything from like monetary reward, or contohnya if we looked at just now, if the if the audience is that millionaire with the child with autism, so the profit for them might be a center that is exclusive and well trained and well equipped to help their child overcome the developmental issues. Okay, contohnya. Okay, so that's an example of how the pitching works. Okay, so basically we've covered what we wanted to cover for this week. And when we come back in 2 weeks' time during seminar 4, you will be delivering your pitch live. Okay, for the pitch, it's live in class. That's not a recorded presentation, and that's why I am asking you guys to sign up for your turn. Okay, so I mentioned it before that you get 2 minutes to present. Okay, and so you just want to choose your time. Yeah, that's basically all I wanted to cover today. Thank you so much, everybody. Please remember to sign the attendance, and I'm very happy to say that I have finished marking your